Let us conclude this session by discussing the mandatory inputs, tools, and outputs of the Create Sprint Backlog process. The mandatory inputs are Scrum Core Team and Effort Estimated Task List. Please refer to the discussion on the inputs of the Create User Stories process for a better understanding of Scrum Core Team, and refer to the discussion on Output of Estimate Tasks process for a better understanding of Effort Estimated Task List. The mandatory tool for this process is Sprint Planning Meeting. During sprint planning meetings, each Scrum team member uses Effort Estimated Task List to select the tasks they plan to work on in the sprint based on their skills and experience. The Scrum team also creates the Sprint Backlog and Sprint Burndown Chart using the user stories and the Effort Estimated Task List. The mandatory outputs of this process are Sprint Backlog and Sprint Burndown Chart. Let's look at Sprint Backlog. It is a list of tasks to be executed by the Scrum team in the upcoming sprint. It is common practice that the Sprint Backlog is represented on a Scrum board or task board, which provides a constantly visible depiction of the status of the user stories in the backlog. Also included in the Sprint Backlog are risks associated with the various tasks. Any mitigating activities to address the identified risks would also be included as tasks in the Sprint Backlog. Once the Sprint Backlog is finalized and committed to by the Scrum team, new user stories should not be added. However, tasks that might have been missed or overlooked from the committed user stories may need to be added. If new requirements arise during a sprint, they will be added to the overall prioritized product backlog and included in a future sprint. Sprint Burndown Chart is a graph that depicts the amount of work remaining in the ongoing sprint. This chart shows the progress that has been made by the Scrum team and also allows for the detection of estimates that may have been incorrect. If the Sprint Burndown Chart shows that the Scrum team is not on track to finish the tasks in the sprint on time, the Scrum Master should identify any obstacles or impediments to successful completion and try to remove them. This concludes our session on the plan and estimate phase. Thank you for learning with us.